Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Bree checking in.
What's up? It's T.
So you got Bree and T
on the beat. Yes. We done made it to another week, girl.
Yes, honey.
How you feeling?
Girl, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling so goofy today. I really am.
Me too. I think that's probably why, because you're feeling goofy. I feel that goofiness.
It's the energy.
So you put it on me.
It's really the energy.
That's good. I feel good too. Yeah.
So y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into Women's History Month.
Yes.
Like we talked about last week.
Yeah.
We're gonna come to you guys with another amazing woman. Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, you know what? I'm really trying to be serious right now, but I just can't.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you mesmerized?
Okay, T, tell me about
You want me to go first?
I do. I want you to go first.
Okay. So yes, in honor of Women's History Month, every week of March, which is about to be over.
I know, right?
It's so quick. We're literally over halfway through. But anyway, so every week we'll be honoring a woman that we both admire. So for me, I'll start off. I love Miss Angela Rye.
Girl, she is a mess, honey.
Yes.
A mess.
Obviously, we know this is not a woman who has gone down so far back in history, but I think she's making a huge impact in our culture right now. You know what I mean? A lot of you guys might recognize her because she's a political commentator on CNN, but this woman is doing so many things. She's the CEO of her own company, actually her own political advocacy firm. She's killing it in the media industry, killing it between television, her podcast, what she does with NPR. And, one thing I love about her is like, she's a beautiful woman. She's, a stylish woman, and she has the beauty and she has the brains. You know what I mean? You look at her, but it's way more than that. It's like she's out here killing it. She's confident.
I love watching her. She is.
I love her. I'm watching
she is
her
so
too.
funny. I be like, okay, sis, you better work, honey. You better tell them.
I love, because she'll, like, on her Instagram, she'll put all of her clips on there for when she's going off, and it's like when you listen to it, it's like she has that confidence, but it's like, honey, she can back up anything she says.
Well, she's speaking the truth.
She's speaking the truth.
And she's coming with she's coming with those receipts.
With those facts.
She's coming with receipts.
Right. And she came up, she has a law degree, so she's an attorney. She's extremely intelligent. So like we said, anything she says, she can back it up. She can hold her own weight.
Talk about a strong black woman.
Talk about a strong black woman, honey. And I think that is inspiring. Like, we look at, especially these young girls, a lot of times they admire like these Instagram models, and we just admire these people that we see. But I think that she's a wonderful role model to young women, because it's like, okay, yes, you can have the beauty, but you can have the brains, and when you combine the two, honey,
you a bad sister.
Ooh, you on fire.
You're dangerous.
You on fire,
You're
honey. You dangerous, okay? You just dangerous, okay?
Okay, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
So this week, I decided to go with Karen Civil.
Oh, okay.
Honey. Karen she's also a very young and intelligent young lady. She's also a social media guru. She's a marketing strategist, and she started back it's crazy because she started back in 2002, and I probably just started realizing who she was maybe about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just like the fact that you see somebody who that worked their butt off, and it took time. Like, she been doing it since 2002, and you would never even know. And it's like, of course, I went back and I did my research. She got on in 2002 where she was working for Hot 97. Girl, yes, honey, she was working with DJ Funkmaster.
Okay, Funkmaster Flex.
Okay, sis. Who, honey? And then later on, she founded her own website, which is KarenCivil.com. Girl.
And she's working with like every rapper in the industry.
Yes, honey. She's worked with Lil Wayne. She's worked with Beats by Dre. She's worked with companies such as BET.
Yes.
Like a lot of different things. Like, she's hosting motivational seminars, just kind of, telling people about her journey, letting people know. So she's helping. And that's one thing that I love. It's like, once you get where you want to be, and it's just like you start to help other young ladies, or you inspire and you motivate other young ladies to let them know, like, you can do the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this wasn't easy. It didn't come over. My success didn't happen overnight. so I love that about her, and she's just so elegant and so classy.
She is.
And I'm just like, baby, you got so much poise, honey.
Okay, goes.
So it's just very inspiring when you see somebody who, you know, started from the bottom. Like, you literally started from the bottom and you worked your way up, and you're working with all these different artists. Lil Wayne was one of her first ones that she got to work with when he was in prison. She basically created him a website to where he could, like, still talk to his fans and stuff. So I think that really gave her, you know, a push in the door, especially after she worked with High 97. You know, she just kind of built those connections, and she worked her butt off to be where she is today, and it's very inspiring.
It is. It
Who,
definitely
honey?
is. Okay, yes. And I love
She
what
gave me a little hope.
Okay, right. Exactly. Like, I love what you said about, even when you said, like, she hosts seminars for women, because that's very empowering. Like what you said, she's been in the game since 2002, baby. Look.
But, you know, she started way before then. This was just when she graduated from college.
Wow.
And it's
in
crazy.
2002? Wow.
Yeah. So she graduated, and then she got the internship, and she was doing stuff way before then, but that's kind of when she got her break.
Yeah.
And
I think that's an important thing to recognize, too, because like you said, we just started seeing her, like, you know, everywhere, like with 5 years ago, you said, but look at how much time she's put in. And now it's like, when you look on the gram, when you look on the social media, you're going to see her affiliated with all of these huge, successful
different platforms and
people
stuff.
in the hip hop community and all of that. So I think that's a great thing to take from that.
Yes, a lot of people look up to her.
Yeah.
A lot of people look up to her, and it's crazy because she just don't seem like the person to just be out there, to just be, you know, doing the most and stuff. And it's just like, I just love how classy she is.
But she's been doing it. It's like she's earned that. She's earned that. And I think, you know, we always say it's a millennial show. And for us, it's like our generation, sometimes we do get caught up in, like,
of course,
oh, it's not happening fast enough. Oh, it's not. But when you look up these people that you admire, you don't see how long they've been in it. They've been working for over over a decade half the time before you even recognize them.
And I personally, it's crazy because, well, of course, I personally didn't know when I first seen who she was, and I seen her, you know, come up for where she was then, and then who she is now. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It took for me to do my own research to see, okay, dang, like, where did she start? Because I was curious. Yeah. And it's just like, it's interesting to me when you see people that's just like, dang, she here now. This didn't happen overnight. So it's like, you can't expect yours. And I think that's a kind of little downfall. The one thing that we think about is like, damn, like, we want it to happen fast. We really do want it to happen fast. And it don't happen like that. Yeah. And everybody will tell you that. And it's so many
only
greats
for
out
a
there.
Small percentage of people. Like, you have to go viral off of something random. You have to,
that's
you know.
right now. Like, back then, they didn't have all of that.
True.
Like, they didn't have that. True. To have social media. Like, we had social media, but we didn't have Instagram. We didn't have Twitter. We didn't have none of that. I'm pretty sure MySpace was still around. Like,
MySpace was
Backpage or whatever it is. What is it? Was it Backpage?
Backpage, but I never had that. I just did the MySpace.
I never had that either. But it was a whole bunch of different little websites that they had back then, and social media wasn't popping like that because everybody couldn't afford cell phones, honey. Everybody didn't have internet. My stuff was still dialing up. In 2002, honey, I ain't gonna even tell y'all, but I was in elementary.
We were young. We were just peaking in elementary.
Okay, so
yeah, it's been quite some time. So yeah, but yeah, that's crazy because, like, you know, I didn't even know she had been in the industry that long. So, but that is crazy. I think that's very inspiring to look at these women. Even Angela Rye, when you look at her, like, same thing. She's been in the industry for a long.
It takes time. And it's I'm not gonna lie, like, it's frustrating.
It can be.
It's very frustrating when you see a lot of other people succeeding and they're doing their thing, but it's just like, it's not your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you haven't been through everything. And I look back on things like that because I think, well, if I would have been here or in a certain position 3 years ago, I wouldn't have made it because
you might not have been ready.
I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready.
I was not ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be in that position. I don't think people understand it. Like, sometimes God is, y'all don't let me start talking about
speaking
God.
a word right now, sis. Let me just
Listen,
Can I give you the snaps?
God is still preparing you for where He wants you to be. Like if you go now, He know that you're gonna fail because He know you're not in that position
You're not ready
to take on the things that He needs you to.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna handle that position like He needs you to.
Absolutely.
Baby!
Okay, look. You about to have me in here.
It's getting real up in here today,
You about
okay?
to have me up here shouting in a minute, okay, Bree? Okay, Bree.
It's just amazing to just admire on these women, looking at their journey and, girl.
Yeah. So we're going to keep doing that every week, guys. We'll come to you guys with a woman that just inspires us to be better. And hopefully this guy...
Young, old, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And hopefully this can inspire you all to look up these women and also find women that you personally admire because... I feel like personally, when I look at women who are doing things out here, killing it, whether it's in politics, whether it's business women, whether it's female women in hip hop, anything, it empowers me.
But you know what the crazy thing is? So many people want to go out and do it on their own. That's cool. That's fine and dandy and all, but you always want to have somebody that you look up to. You want to always have, and this information is here for a reason. If somebody is giving you the tools and all you got to do is execute, take them tools and their mistakes and make it better. Make it. That's what my boss said. Take somebody else's idea and make sure you make it better.
Make it better, honey.
And it's not stealing or anything because they're giving it to you. Yeah, and they're telling you the road. Everybody's journey is not the same, but you're trying to take the same path as them. You're trying to go down that same lane.
Study those people.
You got to study those people.
Study
those people and know what they did wrong. See their mistakes and try to make it better. Try not to make those mistakes. Make your own mistakes and get past them. Honey,
I'm over here giving you all the snaps in the mic. Bree, you get all the snaps, okay? All the snaps.
Girl, I don't know, something just came off of me.
Yes, I feel it. She had a testimony, okay?
And I just feel like, it needed to be shared. And find those people that are going to stick with you and that's going to motivate you.
Yes.
Find them.
Yes. So. Here, give me your hand. You feel that energy?
I feel that energy. I felt that when I walked in the room.
That's what we gotta do, women. We gotta share it. We gotta share it.
Listen, I felt that when we walked in the room, okay? But
I'm not about to play.
like T said, we're gonna come to you guys every week with a woman that we admire, and to the end of the month, just speaking and giving advice and just sharing their testimony, as much as we can at least. But
yeah, and make sure you guys DM us at 93.7 The Beat. Let us know about women that you all admire, because you never know, we might use those as inspiration for what we do.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Arkansas senator. I don't know if you guys seen, but one of her videos went viral, and she basically was going in about the stand your ground laws in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Tell me your thoughts about this. What are you thinking?
So this is Stephanie Flowers. She's a senator in Arkansas, and she gave a very emotional speech. Like, you could tell she was just fed up. Like, I think this was just literally something that was on her heart. It was sizzling in her spirit, baby, because it didn't seem like it was planned. It was just very authentic.
Yeah, no.
And she was, basically, I think what kind of got her riled up is they were trying to cut the debate short when it came to
and she wasn't gonna be quiet.
Yeah, she was not about to be quiet.
She felt it because it was. I think it's just, you get to a point to where it's just like, okay, I'm doing all I can. Nobody is listening. Yeah. Now I got another opportunity to speak how I feel, so I'm gonna do it because clearly nobody is understanding.
Right.
These kids are afraid to. I'm afraid. It's disrespectful. It's threatening for us to feel like, you walking around with your gun out. We see it.
Yeah.
Even though it's tucked away, we see the print. You walking around with it outside of your pants. It's just terrifying, especially with everything that's already going on. So she is fearful for her child, her black child.
Yeah,
so,
and you could tell it's like she was speaking on her experience. Speaking, she's a mother. They were talking about the Stand Your Ground bill. And it was just very sad. I think in that moment, like watching that video, I saw my own grandmother. Like, she was talking like, baby, she said, forget where we at. Yeah, she had a testimony. Like, she was like you said, we see y'all walking in here. You got the gun imprint. And her being the only black woman in the room, it was important because she's like,
I'm the only black person
I'm
here.
the only black person, and y'all are trying to cut this debate short.
It's like, yeah, they don't, because y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all never had to deal with those situations. So, of course, it doesn't mean anything to you.
It doesn't mean anything to them.
Like,
and that was the point she was
trying to
make.
the only black woman there, she was like, I have to let everybody, I have to stand for what I believe in, especially for my people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because nobody else is going to speak up for her.
Yeah.
So, and even the man beside her was sitting there like, all right, Senator. And she was like, no, like, don't shut me down.
You're not going to silence me.
Yeah, like, I'm going to say how I feel.
Yeah.
And I applaud her for that. And it's just like, you're in that position, so take advantage. And that's that's exactly what she did. She took advantage of her position, and she stood for what she believed in. She stood her ground. So
yeah. I mean, extremely inspiring, even to know, like she said, she walked in the building, she seen some of the other fellow senators with gun prints, and the crazy thing when she said, like, she called some of them out, she you could tell it was just so authentic. She was like, my son, she's from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I could tell you right now,
baby,
we have roots.
Yeah, it hit
very close over there.
Close to home.
It hit close to home for both of us.
A lot of my family is still in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Like, I was born and, raised down there, but I grew up in Texas, but that's my birthplace. Pine Bluff is my birthplace, even though I'm from a little small town in Arkansas, but I was born there,
Exactly.
so I know what goes on there. And it's a lot of deaths that goes on there with young black males. So it's just like, she's intimidated. She's
fearful.
Scared.
And she said it. She said, I have a son in his 20s, 27 years old, and I fear for his life.
And the fact that she don't want her son to live there.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. It's very sad for you to be representing a state and to sit there and express your concern and say, my son, he's no longer living in this state, and I'm happy because I'm fearful of his life. So I think that that was a very powerful thing that she did. Like she's saying everything she was saying was true. It's like they're trying to dim her, they're trying to silence her, but it's like how shame on them, because it's like everything she was saying was true.
Yep.
Every single thing she was saying was true. It's like it's like she's concerned for the young black men and young black women out there, and what she's trying to get through their heads is like you said, you don't relate. Yep. But this nation is very diverse. You have to think about everybody who's a part of it.
But when it doesn't affect you, then you don't care.
You don't care, but that's unfortunate.
You just kind of brush it under the rug.
You brush it under the rug. But even Arkansas as a state, I can tell you from when I've gone down, when I visit my family out there, when we visit our family out there, you can say that, but when you go out there and see the people that are living out there, they look like us. A lot of the people. Yep. So don't sit here and try to make all these laws to only protect a portion of the people who actually represent the state. So and it even hit close to home because the stand your ground is huge in Texas. You know what I mean? And that bill is the same thing, like it caused that huge spark when Trayvon Martin got killed. Yep. But we looked up the statistic. It was like states that have the stand your ground bill are 250% more likely for white people to get away with killing a black person.
That's sad.
That is sad.
250%.
250%.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So that even shows in your mind the stand your ground is almost like, okay, I you're not even fearful of how to handle that situation because
it's just like the law is on my side.
The law is not. It's not to protect people of color. Exactly.
I mean, speaking from the other side, it's just like they look at it as the law is on their side.
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
But that's what people who are supported by the stand your
It's
ground.
just like they look at it as this law is for me, so I don't care who else it doesn't affect or whatever, because I know what I can do with it.
Yeah, because that means that you can get away with literally somebody if you feel, it's basically like if you feel threatened. So somebody could literally be turning their back.
Exactly, and it gives you the right to be able to kill somebody because you feel like
unarmed, somebody who's completely unarmed. So it's very sad. I think we both felt that on an emotional level. I watched it a few times.
It hit home.
It hit too close to home. I heard my grandmother speaking. I heard my ancestors speaking. So I'm just like, ooh, baby.
Oh, Lord.
But
the law was defeated.
Yes. We
the law was defeated, honey. The law was defeated. So
yes, by a very slim margin. So imagine if she would not have sat there and gave that speech.
They would have just kind of wrote it off. That's what I think. They just would have just wrote it off and just continued to go about their business. But
because they barely wanted to even talk about it.
And her speech didn't go unnoticed. Like, it had a purpose behind it. Like, the way she felt, her emotions and everything that she put into it, like, it spoke volumes. And now look
at the effect it had on the changing of the law.
Sometimes all it takes is for that one person, literally one person, to stand up.
And to me, that's just so inspiring because, like I said, to be the only Black woman in the room, that's not an easy thing to do. When you're in a room and nobody is on your side, that's not an easy thing to do. So shoot, that she's our shero for the day. She's our shero for the day, honey.
But we're gonna go on and we're gonna talk about something else that's more serious as well. We're going to talk about Becky and the Desperate Housewives. Hold on, first of all, where did you even get this name, the Desperate Housewives?
Because the other lady, so Felicity Huffman, she was on the Desperate Housewives. You remember that show?
Yeah, I do. I was just like, the Desperate Housewives. Yeah. I'm not about to play with tea. Like, I get it. Well, this is a more privilege that we're going to talk about, okay? Because
it's a damn shame.
I'm going to let you tell the people about the Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
And Aunt Becky. Auntie Becky.
Auntie Becky.
Auntie Becky. I said Becky.
Y'all, I hate this. Well, I don't hate it, but I used to love Aunt Becky on Full House. I ain't even gonna lie. I grew up watching that Nick at Night. You feel me? You feel me, Nick at Night? But so they were charged in a huge, like, massive cheating admission scandal to get their kids into these, like, notorious Ivy League schools. And honey, this has been the talk of the town all week long because they're like, like, basically these women, it wasn't just them. It was like a whole ring of people.
Oh, yeah, no, it was a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly how many people it was. I just know that 33 people got caught. That number stuck in my brain, y'all. 33 people out of everybody in this scandal got caught.
Yes. And I think that people are just putting, like, they're the face of it because they're the most famous ones. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, that's just how it is.
Listen,
they're the ones that are being targeted.
They're the ones with the most money.
Yeah. And the names with the name behind it. You know what I mean? Because that's what's making us pay attention. But what's crazy about this scandal is that they were paying so much money to a middleman to get them into these schools, and they were like falsifying all of these documents, photoshopping images, and like they literally had people cheating to take their SATs to get them into these.
You want your child to go to school that bad?
I'm like, oh my God.
And it's like some of these kids didn't even want to go.
Oh.
So it's like you doing all of this and all this extra stuff, spending all this money, because I know they said that the lowest amount that was spent was $200,000, and it ranged from $200,000 to $5.6 million.
That's crazy.
$5.6 million. And I was just like, yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Look, I'm just, y'all see, I was a little taken aback.
You paying all this money just for your child to go get an education?
Yeah.
And your child don't want to go?
And your child don't even,
your child
has
go.
verbally expressed, because Aunt Becky, we all know, her name is Lori Lohan. I don't want to mess that up, but I believe it's Lori Lohan. Her daughter is like actually a YouTube star. And y'all already know, y'all have to be careful what y'all put out here on the gram and in the Twitter.
That's the problem, because everything, listen, you cannot delete anything on social media. You cannot delete anything on social media.
Can't take it back.
Baby, once they got it, and I know somebody was following that trail.
Yeah.
It's always like all these kids, all these little dumb kids is not getting into all these little dumb kids is not getting into these good schools, because if you have to pay somebody else to take your kid SAT, that means your kid was not that bright.
They was.
So they didn't.
Because what happened to just buying a wing or putting some money into the institution?
Honey, they start looking at their track record, okay? They start looking at the track record, and it was like, okay, CCCA. Hold on, wait.
So she just started taking school serious.
You got a 2,800 on the SAT, but you dumb as a box of rocks in the regular classes.
Where?
That's what it really was.
Where?
So,
and if you watch the YouTube video, her daughter, Aunt Becky, y'all know Aunt Becky from Full House, her daughter was actually saying, like, Literally, it's just mind blowing because you watch the video. She's like, I'm gonna go to college, but I don't really want to go to college to learn. I just want to go to parties and I want to go to like game day.
Honey, that sounds like dumb as a box of rocks. C's all the way.
Sounds like a lot of entitlement. But you know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
After she got admitted into the school, she kind of built her brand off of like, to support her YouTube, it was like, okay, I'm a college student. This is college life at USC. Like,
but she probably wasn't making the grades either. Just because you got your student there,
she already said she didn't care.
Because you got your kid there, that doesn't mean your kid is going to stay there.
That's going to sustain. Well, all that money they was paying, honey, I'm sure they was paying some money to do some other stuff too to make them.
But that wasn't even. Like, that wasn't even for the school. Like, you wasn't even paying for the, the tuition and stuff. You're paying to get your child there. So you're paying up to $5.6 million just to get
a middleman.
Just to a middleman to get your child there.
That's that entitlement for you.
Honey.
But what's crazy to me is
talk about privilege.
Why are you trying to finesse a system that's already built to help you win? Like, you have so many minorities out here who are first-generation college students.
And gotta make it on their own.
And
nobody helped them get there.
Nobody helped them because half the time their parents didn't go to college. And their parents don't know about that.
So basically, what gives you the right to try to beat
what
the system?
Gives you the right when the system is already built for you to succeed? Yep. Like, you know what I mean? So I think for so many people, minorities, and not just minorities, a lot of people, because it's not easy at all. Look, it's not easy to get into these Ivy League schools. So that's just kind of like a slap in the face. It just goes to prove like a lot of the things is built off of like what money can buy. You know what I mean? Like how much access can I get based off of how much money I have. So it's very sad. It's kind of funny. Like, it is,
they got caught.
It is kind of that they got caught. It is kind of funny because you see these women and you would never think of them as like doing illegal activities.
I would have never thought Auntie Becky was out here trying to pay all this money to get her child.
And I can't even be mad to a certain extent because it's like, okay, you guys are honestly, they're doing something illegal, but they're doing it they just want their kids to have they want to set a legacy and have their kids be set
successful.
Up for the future. But come on.
I feel like there's other ways.
You don't have to cheat the system.
They don't
like
have to go to these top schools. Like, you can they can do the other things and they still would be just as successful if they go to these, other than going to these Ivy League schools.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's not no excuse. I don't feel bad for them. Like, you shouldn't have had your ass out here. you should, excuse my language, you shouldn't have been out here trying to cheat the system. You got what you got.
Yeah, because if you would have worked hard, you probably could have made it happen. Like, the system is already set up to support you. So you trying to cheat it even more.
All you
like,
had to do was do the work. And they didn't you didn't want to do the work, so guess what? You got to suffer the consequences. So my question is, like, are the kids in trouble just as is everybody in trouble? Like, I know the parents are in trouble, but are the kids in trouble too?
I don't think the kids are in trouble. I think that they're using, like, the evidence from Becky, her daughters and stuff to support the case. But I don't think the kids are in trouble because it's like, technically, how would the kids even know? Like, you know what I mean?
Girl, them dang on kids knew. You know good and well. You know good and well you ain't getting no good and well you get no 2,800. You just all of a sudden you got your grade back. And like, the kids knew.
They knew.
Like, come on. Like, they played.
But can they prove that they
But it's like,
knew?
I don't want to do this to the kid because it's just like, okay, the parent. I don't know. It's just so many different things that I think about in this situation because, okay, maybe the kid didn't know or they didn't want to go. And the parent is like, no, you got to go. And I'm doing all this extra stuff for you to go. And then it's that kid that's like, I need you to get me into this school. You know what I'm saying? Like, the one that feel entitled, like, I got to go here, Mom.
You better get me into this school.
Exactly. So I think about all kind of different things,
but that kid, if they were that anal about it, they probably would have been busting their butt to get the right SAT scores and to get admitted.
You should have did the work when your butt was in school. Point blank. Period.
Fair way.
That's just what it is.
Period. But like you said,
girl. But hopefully they prosecute them to the fullest. That's all I got to say. Is that wrong?
No sympathy. No, it's not.
Sorry.
It's not wrong, but I think it's just interesting when you see stories like this because it just reveals.
Because it's
once
people
again,
out here like us that had to do it the hard way, and then you see people who cheat the system to get there. So it's just like.
You got too many people out there working hard, boo,
Exactly.
to get to that
and
level.
Exactly why I do not.
Because
feel bad.
when you go to these prestigious schools, it's like that's all you need is the name.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, before we end this, hold on, because I almost forgot. We have to acknowledge some people. We have to acknowledge, I have the list on here. We need to acknowledge some Black celebrities who got into these Ivy League schools without cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of turning this into a totally negative thing, let's make
We're gonna end it on a
we're
positive
gonna end it
note,
on a
okay?
positive note with some Black excellence.
With our,
okay?
with our people.
Okay. So let's talk about it. Issa Rae, okay, she graduated from Stanford in 2007 with a degree in African American Studies.
Angela Bassett, honey. Let's talk about it.
Angela Bassett, she got that degree as well in African American Studies from Yale.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that incredible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lupita Nyong'o also studied at Yale for drama and received her MFA in 2012. John Legend went to the University of Pennsylvania in 1999 and studied English with a focus. Okay, I like the African American literature. And Quincy Jones's daughter, Rashida Jones, she studied philosophy and religion at Harvard.
Talk about how hard work paid off. You didn't have to cheat your way to get there. Boom. How you like them apples?
How you like them apples?
Ooh, but all right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and,
move on to our next topic.
Move.
Woo, child. Let's talk about Jay Prince.
Ooh, let's talk about him. Hometown hero.
Hometown
that's what I'm
hero.
gonna call him, 'cause that's what he is. He's the hometown hero.
Absolutely. This man is a legend and icon in our city, and not only in our city, but the hip hop community as a whole. When you look at majority of the huge artists that have made it into Houston, they all have been affiliated with Jay Prince, Rap A Lot
He's very
Records.
respected.
Yes, very well respected. This man has helped to make people like, legends, Ghetto Boys, of course, Devin the Dude. We look at Pimp C, Bun B.
Drake.
The man discovered Drake, okay. And Drake ain't going nowhere.
Drake represent, like, he has so much. It's just crazy. I just look at it as all the people that he basically represent and the people that, he brought up, they have so much respect for Houston and for him.
Yeah.
Still to this day. So it's just like, you can't do nothing but give credit where credit is due.
You give credit where credit is due, because this man has built an empire,
a legacy,
in our city, and he's not the man to mess with. But these kids is trying him right now.
These kids playing, it's just like baby, you playing with fire.
You playing
That's
with
all
fire.
I'm gonna say. We gonna bring that back up towards after you get the backstory of why I'm saying you playing with fire. But I'm gonna let you let them know. Girl.
Yeah.
It's just sad to me. That's why I'm just like, I don't really want to go into.
It is sad. And even when you look at, okay, so like you said, the backstory, we know this has honestly been a crazy story because we saw YBN, Almighty J. It was like weird because it was like he got in a fight early in the day, and then he got in a fight later in the day. And that's when it was like the major altercation that sent him to the hospital. A video did go up on Instagram. You guys have seen it. And then you saw the image where he was in the hospital. But the video where you saw him getting jumped wasn't even like half of it, because when you read the story, he actually got stabbed. These people were cutting him, and they actually like threw a Hennessy bottle, cut his face open, like they were trying to kill him. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So after I looked at the story, the only thing that I could really think about was, okay, where was your people at? Like, where was your friends? Where was your bodyguard? Ooh. You have all this money. You have all this fame. Why wasn't it anybody around you that was there? Because I get it if you stepped off for a minute, but at some point your friend should have looked, or your bodyguard or whoever that was with you should have been like, okay, dang, like, where's Jay?
Especially when you just got into a fight earlier.
Exactly.
So it's like you already gonna be looking behind, like you gonna be expecting some type of retaliation or just like, kind of be on your toe. Yeah.
It's not, or not even, I mean, yeah, but I feel like with the level he's on, sometimes you just like, you go, you do something, you talk your trash, and then you just kind of move on. But then again, you have to think about it, like those might not have been the dudes that y'all got into a fight with earlier, but it's always somebody around that's beefing with you because you somewhere that they trying to be.
Look at who you are, what
like
you
it's
have.
always gonna be somebody out there that's hating on you, hating on your level of fame, hating on where you are in life. So they trying to take that away from you. Like that's real life. Like,
and that's what it seemed to be. Even when they knew exactly who they were targeting in the video, you hear them saying, "That's the YBN dude. That's the why. Take his chain. Take his chain."
And that's why I just kept thinking, like, I don't think these were the same dudes from the video from earlier.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't sound like that. It was just like, oh, that's that dude. Like, that's the why. You know, it's like they was calling him out. Like, dang, like, that's that dude, that famous dude.
Yeah.
Let's go get him. Like, that's how it was. It wasn't no, dang, that's the dude from earlier. Like, let's beat his butt. You know, like, let's beat his ass or whatever. So I just didn't see it like that.
Yeah.
So.
Man, this is just crazy, especially when you look at how everything played out. I mean, y'all just are like, come on, it's not smart. The video is up is going viral on Instagram. They investigate stuff like this. Like, you know what I mean? Especially with all the buzz it's getting. Jay Prince did repost the video and he basically like, you know, let them know, like, let's get an understanding. You know what I mean? Like, turn yourselves in. He did make it known that, you know, he wasn't trying to, because, you know, in the post he did tag all these people because we know mob ties. He's affiliated with he has support around the country. Yeah. We'll say that.
I don't really think in his message, I didn't really take him saying, oh, turn yourself in. It was just more so, oh, he was reaching out to some of the people that was, some of the artists that's, you know, doing very well in that area. Hey, these are the people that's in your backyard. Let them know who I am.
Right.
And tell them young brothers, let's have a conversation.
Right.
That's how I took it.
Right.
And it's like a lot of people took it as it was a threat. Like he was putting...
As a threat, yeah.
like he was putting out... like a hit on them or something like that, but I really took it as, hey, tell them to come have a conversation with me.
Right.
And I feel like that was the mature, but this man is so highly respected in the community. It's just like, okay, dang, we got somebody like that that's trying to reach out and talk to us. Okay, like, damn, like, let me think about my actions. Let me, you know, like, let's have a adult conversation. Like, if you do the background history on Jay Prince and who this man is that somebody that you really want to play with?
It's not. Absolutely not.
And that's exactly why I say you playing with fire. Know who you're dealing with.
Know who you're dealing with.
And then you get on the video talking about, oh, F him, that's an old school cat, that's this and that, and you flashing the jury. Like, first of all, you showed your face. First mistake.
With the chain.
First mistake.
With the chain in the video.
With the chain in the video. And it's like the first video that you had out, no, you couldn't really see the guys' faces. I'm pretty sure you did a little bit more extra investigation into it. You probably could have zoomed in.
But that would have confirmed it right there.
Exactly,
yeah,
but
you're
it's
right.
just like they stepped out and was like, we the new, go listen to my joint, da-da-da-da. Like we was listening to another young man. You got your clout.
Do anything for clout.
You got your little clout. You got your little 15 minutes of fame. You got the views. You know, walk away, my brother.
Walk away.
Like, walk away while you're ahead. Because is it really worth you getting into it? Because, like, this could lead to some more serious issues.
Yeah,
you
starting, you playing with fire, like you said. Like, even with him putting that out, it was just to let you know, like, you know, let's get an understanding. Like, you don't want this to turn into no mess. It's like you know, and it's like a lot of people, y'all, like you said, do your history, y'all. Look at who you messing with right now, y'all. When you recognize people like this, you respect them. You know, you show the utmost respect. But like you said, it's doing anything for clout. At the end of the day, these people knew who they were targeting. They knew that when, you know, it's like, it's sad, but they knew when Jay Prince put that out, the first thing they're thinking about, clout. Okay, we got the chain. We gonna go on IG Live. We gonna do all this, but at what cost?
I'm just like, y'all young. Like, these are some young
They
men.
ignorant. That's
young,
what they
yes,
are. They
very,
ignorant.
very ignorant.
And especially for them to be people who so-called themselves rappers, because one of the dudes came out and made a music video with the chain. So it's like,
we not giving this back. Like,
yeah,
he can't have
dummy.
But my thing is, like,
dummy.
first of all, as much money as this man didn't pay for this chain, you don't think that the law is about to get involved? Like, you put the laws involved.
Yeah.
Once you posted your face and that on the internet, like, come on now.
And they were literally on the internet after it happened, like trying to bid the chain off. Like, okay, who wants to buy it? Who wants to buy it? Like, are y'all dumb? Well, I just don't understand.
Look.
And it's like, how do you think, okay, you want to be out here making a music video, you know, doing this for clout. I don't know if they're trying to take it seriously, really be in the hip hop game or what, but who do you think is gonna be affiliated with you after you have made it clear who you are and that you out here messing with somebody like Jay Prince.
Disrespecting somebody that's so highly respected.
Yes.
Like, first of all, like you said, nobody is about to affiliate themselves with you. Nobody's about to take you on as an artist. None of that, because you disrespected a legend. You disrespected somebody who has put a lot of people on.
Who you should be paying homage to.
Exactly. And this man trying to have a conversation with you. Sit down. Sit down.
Have several seats.
Sit down somewhere.
Yes.
Pick up the phone and be like, okay, I made a mistake. Okay, yes, we got all the little things that we wanted from it, the clout, the views, all of this extra stuff. So take time to realize your mistake. And I think that's the problem. That's what get people killed. That's exactly what get people killed. And it's sad to say.
It is sad to say, because then you have people out here who not even involved in that or wrapped up in it, but they just take it so seriously. You have people who will just stick up for people like Jay Prince or people like, just any of these stars just doing stuff in their name. So it's like they feel like they got to go out and get justice. It's like you getting people riled up right now, and I get it. Like you want this clout. You want us to know your name. How long
you think that's going to last? Like, this man got $45 million on internet. That's internet money.
That's his network.
That's his network that you see. And you got how many dollars in your pocket? How much money to your name? So really,
that's a lot of money.
Money talks. Come on now, like money really does talk. Like know who you dealing with. Yeah. And people just, baby, you playing with fire.
You playing with fire. Like do your research.
Every time you're gonna get burned.
Because whoever, and clearly the people you have around you are not smart, because it's like somebody should have told you, okay, you hit a lick with the wrong one, and now you want to go out here. You doing the IG live. Now you want to try to
at least
make this video.
At least once you do it, nobody really knew who you guys was. You put yourselves on blast. That was a crazy thing. Like, y'all snitched on yourselves. You snitch on yourself.
But you know what's crazy? It's like I see this happen time and time again with so many people. It's like, you're chasing this fame. You're chasing this attention, but what are you doing it based off of? Like, do you really want to go down known as this person? Like, I got famous for jumping somebody and putting his life in danger, putting him in the hospital. Like, what is that going to do for you? You know what I mean? And your reputation. It's like sometimes I think these young people get so caught up in how can I go viral? How can I do this? How can I put my name out there? But at what cost? What do you want to be known behind your name? Because sometimes it's one thing.
It might not even affect you though. It might be they might not even come after you. It might be your siblings, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad.
Think about the consequences.
Think
about the consequences.
Worth it?
It's not worth it. Now it's like y'all going, oh, that's so and so little brother. That's so and so. You know what I mean? You're so right. It's like think about your family and your friends. They don't want to be affiliated with that foolishness.
Yep.
So it's like,
and being that these people got money, all it takes is the right person. Lil Pookie from down the street gonna snitch on y'all. You give him $1,000. Oh yeah.
Y'all see what's going on with Tekashi? This man done went to jail and snitching on everybody. As much of that trolling and stuff, and I'm the king of New York. Yep. He went to jail.
Look at you
he
now.
was facing all this time in jail. Oh, who you need to know about? You know what I mean? And it's crazy because I saw a recent interview they did of Fat Joe, and they asked him about the Tekashi thing, because when he went to jail, that video surfaced of him like giving him some insight, like you need to slow down. And now that the tables have turned and Tekashi went to jail, he's taking all these plea deals. Fat Joe, he was like, yeah, we can't be friends. He was like, I mean,
what do you expect, though?
But he was like, with the era that I grew up in, you didn't do that. You didn't go to jail and you snitching on all these people just for your own sake. And you could tell he is not playing. He took that very seriously.
But you should have known that he wasn't built for this back in the day when he fired all of those people. Like, it's just little things that led up to just knowing he wasn't really about the life that he was talking about.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just like you got all you talking, you running your mouth and you doing all this
talking too much.
You doing all this Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, this Twitter fingers and stuff, but then when it comes down to it, you got 10 million bodyguards around you because you scary.
Because you scared.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know what you're putting out.
Exactly. You firing this person left and right because you don't know who you can trust on your team. So it's just like,
and ultimately the people you went down with were people in your team. It's like y'all just got to think about the decisions you making and the people you messing with. But Jay Prince did put out another post to clarify, like, that he was just warning those those artists in New York, with the mob ties. He did tag a lot of artists that we're familiar with in the East Coast, Cardi B, Swiss Beats, Fat Joe, the list goes on. But he was just letting you guys know this is a warning. This is the type of people that's in y'all's community. So, boom.
Well, anywho, we're going to move on to y'all. We're going to talk about how Instagram, the world really ended yesterday because Instagram got shut down, had a little bug, and they was down all day. I don't know about what y'all was doing, but I slept after I got off. When I got off of work, I tried to get on Instagram. I seen it wasn't working. I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't tripping. I wasn't sitting there trying to get on it all day. Like, I took me a good, nice nap. Do you know how it felt to not be scrolling on Instagram? Like, and I don't even scroll that much, so it's just like, it's just an extra little time in my day. I could just get this good nap in. Like, everybody else is over here tripping.
I was tripping.
I wasn't.
I think that showed me.
What if Instagram was gone forever?
Girl, first of all, we ain't gonna play. Let's take that back. No, if Instagram was gone, I'm not even gonna lie. We going back to if Instagram and Facebook is gone, we going back to MySpace. We gonna build a whole new platform.
I was gonna say it's gonna be something else that comes out. I mean, I don't even really know what I would do, but it's just like I really wasn't that affected by it.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it didn't really do too much for me, but it was funny though.
It was funny
to see everybody went to Twitter and they was going in on how please Instagram don't be gone. Like people was tripping.
I was on Twitter. Okay, I will be honest. I was on Twitter. And it's crazy because I barely even use my Twitter, but I was tweeting that day like, this where we at today.
Use Twitter.
I was on the Twitter.
You know what? When I got back on Instagram, that's when I seen all the memes of how people was going in on Twitter. Like they was going in on Twitter. And I'm just like, okay.
And all the real Twitter people looking at it, just like, what y'all doing over here? This is our platform.
You're not welcome.
You're not welcome here.
The day Twitter is really popping today that Instagram is down. I like to be on Snap.
Yeah.
I love me some
Snap. You're the only one. You and your lonesome.
I don't know. I just love Snap. But, y'all.
To each his own.
We're gonna end it on that note and let y'all know Instagram is back up and running. It's not the end of the world, guys.
Thank God, right? A lot of people make their money off of Instagram. Shoot, they was just like Lyra Galore said, because somebody was like, I wonder what all these IG models were doing when the gram was shut down. Honey, she was like, we were taking our photos and stacking up our photos back to release. She was like, every photo is a check.
Hello, sis.
Let them know.
Let them know, sis.
Let them know. Look, trying to get like you, boo.
Okay. But on that note, make sure you guys check out our video, like, comment, and subscribe to Bree and T on the Beat. And we are out.